Hey everyone, last video for Unit 1. In this video, what I want to do is I want to go over the worksheets that you've had for this particular unit and just give you the correct answers for them. I didn't take any of these for grades. These are more for you just so that way we don't have to take quite so many notes. So the first one that I want to look at is the one that says maintaining life. So if you'll grab that one real quick. And I'm going to run through the answers. So if you need to keep looking for yours, just click pause. All right, so under maintaining life, number 1 was G, 2E, 3D, 4B, 5D, 6C, 7C or H, 8A, 9F. For the bottom, numbers 1 through 6, number 1 was D or E, 2B, 3C, 4E, 5C, 6A. On the back for organ systems, number 1 was C, 2H, 3B, 4K, 5C, 6A, 7A, 8D, 9F, 10E, 11D, 12J, 13I, 14K. At the bottom, number 1 was B, 2A, 3K, 4G, 5J, 6C, 7H. All right, the next worksheet is the one that's entitled homeostasis. So if you need to find it, just click pause. So homeostasis is just basically the dynamic state of equilibrium or balance. And they did number 2 for you. Number 3, or number 1 at the bottom, your graph should look like this. It goes up and then tapers back down. So since it changes directions, that would be negative feedback. On the back, looking at the pH graph, you'll notice it goes up, 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 then down, 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 then back up. Because it changes direction, that is also negative. And then this one, you'll notice that the graph goes down, 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 down. Now, I know that in math class, you would call that a negative slope, but in this class, we're just looking for the change. And since it doesn't change, that is positive feedback. Okay, so the next worksheet is the language of anatomy worksheet. So if you will grab it real quickly, we're going to run through the answers on this. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you this worksheet is probably going to be your most used worksheet in this class. We will go back and forth it all throughout the semester, so don't lose it. Number 1 was A, 2, G, 3, D, 4 was D or F, 5, F, 6, A, 7F, 8H, 9B, 10A, 11D, 12I, 13K, 14C, 15K, 16J, 17A. Now, if that section freaked you out and you had some trouble with it, that's okay. That's a very, very difficult section. I'm going to be using something more like number 2 at the bottom. So number 1, distal would be elbow. 2 would be shoulder. 3, forehead. 4, muscles. 5, knee. 6, small intestines. All right, on the back of that sheet, we omitted 3. For number 4, 1 would be B. 2, H. 3, I. 4, F. 5, P. 6, G. 7, L. 8, J. 9, K. 10, D. All right, the next page, section A, that is a mid-sagittal section. And then B would be transverse. And then the body part incorrectly depicted are the hands. All right, so I'm going to run through the answers on these. Now, beware, there's a few of them that I did not make you make flashcards on. Those will not be on your test. All right, so the first one is cephalic, frontal, orbital, nasal, oral, cervical, acromial, thoracic, axillary, brachial, antecubital, abdominal, antebrachial, coxal, inguinal, pubic, femoral, patellar, crural, fibular, tarsal. The posterior side, occipital, scapular, vertebral, olecramal, lumbar, sacral, gluteal, popliteal, sural, calcaneal, plantar, carpal, digital. Okay, on the back, number 6, 1 was ventral, number 2, dorsal, and number 3, dorsal. Omit number 7, number 8, 1 was A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6C, 7A, 8D, 9D, 10B, 11A, 12A. Then for number 9, you will not have one like this, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you the answers. Number 1, it would have been 2, 3, 7, 11, 12. Number 2 would be 2 and 3. Number 3 would be 2. Number 4 would be 1, 2, 3, and 5. And number 5 would be 2 and 3. Okay. Number 10, you will see these pictures on your test, both of these. Okay. So right here, the cranial cavity and the vertebral cavity. So that's cranial and that's vertebral. Those all make up the dorsal body cavity. Then the thoracic and the abdominopelvic make up the ventral body cavity. And this was the picture that was on your slideshow. Then right here, your abdominopelvic regions, that's epigastric, right hypochondriac, umbilical, right lumbar, hypogastric, right iliac. Then on the back, this right here in the middle, that is the mediastinum, MEDIASTINUM. Where the lungs are, that's the pleural cavity. Where the heart would be, that's the pericardial cavity. And then this big section is the abdominal cavity. And then this little crescent down here, that's the pelvic cavity. All right, then at the bottom, number 1 is D, 2E, 3B, 4A, 5A. All right, the last worksheet is the Incredible Human Machine video sheet. So if you want to pause it till you find it. Number 1 was $5. Number 2, skin. Number 3, 90%. Number 4, 1 pint 14 times. Number 5, 60,000 miles. Number 6, 2,000 gallons. 55 million gallons. Number 7, 9 to 10 inches. Number 8, hydrochloric or HCl. 9, 30 feet. 10 over 600, 11 more than 50%, 12 25, 13 1/2 million, 14 200 million, 15 1, 16 fourth, 17 brain. That's it for all of your worksheets. Remember, everything is fair game, so be sure to study them for your test.